Yellow, 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 yellow. It is Tuga Tuesday night, baby. We are back, officially back after a plague of injuries. Everybody was in the ER. We called all the guys from Grey's Anatomy and everyone else to save our boys. They almost passed out. They almost died. They were with the IC. Everything. Everybody was in the hospital, man. It was just insane. I was the only one who was guilty.
Who's been spared?
I was scared. I thought at one point I was gonna get infected with one of the viruses going through the internet. They're gonna get through.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But no. The boys are back. Derek is back. They got COVID. The Mikey got a super powered.
We're back.
Cold.
Yeah.
And
we're still standing.
Still dealing with that at some point, right? We're back, guys. We're back, and this is the Tuesday edition of the. We're gonna talk about, of course, round 7, Primera Liga. Of course, that's our main topic. That's what we talk about every Tuesday. But of course, we're gonna talk about Champions League. Man, there was a scary 99 going for the Almighty Lions that they were far, far away from being almighty. They were mere mortals today. That's what they looked like today in Dublin, because they were facing a team that was, it was a combination of a Dogo Argentino and a freaking American bully, man. Those guys went out there ready to bite people, ready to do some damage, ready to not let anybody breathe with the ball. It was insane, the pressure, right?
Oh, we're frozen. Oh, no, we're frozen. Technical difficulties.
Came out of the gates a little too strong. Here he is.
There we are. Right back.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
We didn't hear anything
Mikey?
you said. You froze. We didn't hear anything you said.
You were frozen.
Which part? Everything? What
didn't hear
part?
anything.
When did I do that? Nothing at all? My entire opening with flash.
You said
Champions
League.
Sporting were mortals and Eindhoven today.
Yeah, you said Sporting were mortals, and then you.
And I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
Look at what he said. It's so excited that the internet had to slow me down. Okay, we're going again. Again. Now we're steady, signal steady. This thing plugged in the Ethernet now. Okay, anyway. All right. Tuga Tuesday, Champions League. When I talk about, of course, the round 7 of the Primera Liga with the perfect Lions leading the way, even though Jokers didn't score on Friday and didn't score today either. When I talk about the Flamingo gate.
But
that guy really shut the Night King down. And that, I want to say this, right, guys? Since the internet slowed me down now. So failing me earlier.
Yeah,
earlier today.
The same thing, though. It wasn't just Flamingo. No, I know. Yeah. You know what? I'm so mad at this freaking new X, right? Because I got the premium thing, so you can write longer tweets and la la la. So I got sat down, got my coffee, right, and I concentrated, and I wrote a piece, flawless, right, all these things, the Flamingo Gate, oh la la, and then hit send, and it went into the fucking, I don't know where it went, man.
It's out there somewhere.
It's in the cloud.
Because you know what it is now? That every time that I tweet something, it says it's sending. Do you want to see?
Yeah, it says that. It says that for a little while. Yeah, it says that for a little while. Then it tells you got 60 minutes to edit.
Yeah, I don't care about the edit right now.
I know. I've seen it too. That's all I'm saying.
I want to see my thing, man. Well, anyway, so I lost my beautiful piece that I wrote, more than 350 characters, but it's all gone now. So I'm mad. And Mr. Mike D'Agostino, tell me about your beloved Eagles. Give me your 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and I know you feel good, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually enjoyable to watch again, which they weren't for a long time. So that for me is already a start. Not as good as the scoreline would say. So we're not there yet. The scoreline's a little misleading, and I think everybody knows that. So 2 goals late, but steps are going in the right direction. So one step at a time. Big test tomorrow against Atleti. We'll see, and evaluate from there, and then get ready for the league this weekend.
Yes, sir. No, Mr. Derek Gomez, your team's still running perfect.
Yeah,
but they were not perfect on Friday, and they were far from being perfect today. Give me 30 seconds on your Lions, man.
Yeah, we could even go back to the game against ABS, where it just wasn't as fluid, it wasn't as dynamic as the previous games. Then this past Friday with Estoril, again, I think it was a solid first half. We scored the 2 goals. Unsung heroes sort of came to the forefront. Morita, I thought, played great. I thought Mateus Reis played really good, and then he promptly got hurt after the game. But you did see in the second half that there was this drop in energy, this drop in intensity, and though Estoril didn't give us many problems, they started getting into our final third a little bit more, and only after Ruben made some changes, made some subs, we sort of reestablished our control, and then we scored that goal late, to win 3-0. And then today, sort of like what happened on Friday, where Estoril really did a good job of did a good man marking on GYOKERES. I think it was Boma, who was their center back there, did a really good job on GYOKERES. GYOKERES was basically absent from the game, and then today it seemed like he had a tough time with his footing. I mean, I think I saw him slip like 3 or 4 times.
No, he was not the only one.
He just kept on falling down. Yeah. And he was being, totally marshaled by Flamengo today. So I mean, it's a little bit troubling. I mean, I know initially really came out in the 75th minute, and he was icing his knee. So there's a lot of they made a big deal about that in the media. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he responds and how he does on Saturday. But yeah, I mean, I talked about this as the last episode. I hate Europe because of this. This disrupted our flow. You are feeling the absence of Porte. I mean, his absence is.
Don't go slow down there.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing to get too sad about. I mean, still, I mean, this was we take this result. I mean, it's a big result. I think getting a point in that place is not easy. I think that unless you're one of those top European clubs, you're gonna have a tough time playing there.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of quality on that team. I don't know how Bakayoko is still on that team. I mean, that guy is just that guy can play. That guy can play basically anywhere. So they're lucky to still have him. But yeah, I mean, we'll take a point from today. But I mean, the chances that PSV missed, De Jong and Bakayoko's chance. PSV should have walked out of here, with the 3 points. But that being said, if you watch the game, we blew some big chances too. I mean, Quaresma. I mean, he fell. I was watching it at work. I almost collapsed. I'm like, he fell in the 1v1. I couldn't believe it. And then Harder had a really good chance there too.
He entered.
I think that the subs were great. I think that Harder came in and gave them some needed energy and some strength. I thought Maxi was great today. I thought he came in and played great. Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He gave us a shot in the arm, and of course, Bragança scored the goal, and was really influential. He had to get Jenny out of there. Jenny was having a nightmare game. It was like Nightmare on Elm Street for him today.
Yeah, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he could not get anything. He was getting bullied, and you could just tell that he was feeling it.
And I'm going to tell you, the closing part of my article that I wrote that never went onto the internet.
Never went.
All right, never went on. I said this: that should Ruben Amorim be concerned about this? I said no. right? Because every single player from Sporting underperformed today, except of Danny Berganza and what's this guy's name?
I thought Kenda was great.
Harder and Harder, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else below 6 points.
So
everyone is below 6 points.
I
Right
think
now,
Kenda was good in the first half.
Yeah,
I thought Gio Kenda did make some interesting runs, and
and
he was good,
right? He was the one that was fighting and getting into the final third.
He was notable. He was very
notable. He was. But everybody else was far below. I mean, Katamo had not really played in the wing, so far this year. He's been playing as a fullback, basically as a wingback. So I mean, he was just he was just getting so overmatched out there. It was it was kind of tough to watch. But Nuno Santos really didn't give us much today. Diomande left in crutches again.
Right. Let's just listen to this, right? There. So I said that we should be concerned about this now because it's only one game. I don't think they're gonna have games like this.
Yeah.
This one and another one during the season. I don't think they're gonna have more games like the one you have today for the rest of the season. Now, having said that, there's one caveat here, right? And I quoted you, right, Mr. FC Derek Gomez, and put it in there. It's not there, right? I'm so mad that the article didn't go out. Derek Gomez, with the sum of all his fears, that this is a thin roster for a brutally long season.
Exactly.
And there you go, buddy. Prove that Diomande out. Quaresma playing is there.
All right. And Quaresma was playing hurt. I mean, he was hurt.
He was hurt. But we're going to get the opening for the Portistas. The Portistas are not here, so I'm going to do the opening for the Portistas. I'm totally against that best 11 La Liga Portugal posted with Samuel Morodion being the striker of the weekend. Why? He didn't do anything else. He only scored one goal. Are you going to put that guy only because he scored one goal and he didn't do anything for the first 45 minutes? How in the world are you going to put in the best 11, a guy that only poke a freaking goal and didn't do anything else? I'm totally against that selection of Samuel Moreno. And even though the scoreboard says 4-0, no, Porto. No, you're not convincing. You are lightweight. You have so many issues, and unless the opponents got a red card, you're not winning. Ooh, God, what are you saying?
But they'll just keep getting red cards.
They'll just keep
so many red cards. It's ridiculous.
The thing is, I think this is probably like either the second or third game where the red card came in the first half.
Yeah.
I'll
pull it up right now.
Unless you're Benfica or Sporting, you're playing Porto and you're playing with 10 men for 50, 60, 70 minutes. You got about a 0.1% chance of getting anything away from it.
I can share this on the screen. I want to share on the screen. Hold on.
All right.
I want to show the this. Bookmarks. Where do you go? All bookmarks. Somebody posted this. This guy's from what's the name of the account? Troll Football. All right. This is here. And on the share percent. Share screen.
Your glass is broken, Nino.
I know.
Oh, okay. Like that.
They're broken. Yeah. They're broken. Yeah. Guys, can you see it now? Or I'm
not yet.
Oh, hold on a second. Right here. There you go.
Here it comes.
All right. I think now you can see it.
There we go.
There you go. All right, my dear Portistas, I got nothing against you, but these are the facts. These are the facts. Look at
even
this.
In
1,
Europe.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red cards. 9 red cards in 10, 11, in 9 of the last 11 matches.
It's almost impossible.
Red cards
almost
for the
impossible.
That's 11 matches. All right, that's what I'm gonna say.
If we look at this game, though, that striker, I mean, the Turkish guy, I mean,
Yeah,
that first yellow card was absurd. I'm like, what is this guy thinking? Like, why are you doing that?
I don't know.
That was the dumbest thing. I'm like, you're a professional player. Why would you do something like that? I mean, you're gonna get a yellow card.
I think it's better now. Is it better like that? I don't know. I went to the thing and I get the new pair of glasses tomorrow, so I can see without these things. Anyway, all right. So Mikey, now that we went a little bit hard on the Portistas because we got our chances since they're not here to defend themselves. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah,
Mr. Benfica. So back to the good old days of Ronaldo.
So it's very reminiscent of his first time around and the way it started. Still giving up goals early, going down early, but not panicking. So I don't know what
again.
Three of the games I think
again
falling behind, but no panic. You know, the follow up comes really quickly. The response comes really quickly, and they're scoring at the end of the game too, which I said, you know, the result was a little misleading, but the team kept going for more goals, so that's a positive sign.
Yeah, it's really
so you know, it's a work in progress. There's a long way to go. It's too early to start worrying about the scoreboard and what other teams are doing. There's so much to do within the squad right now and to keep improving it. And you know, he's still got to figure out a rotation a little bit because he can't go with the same 11 game after game after game. It's a big mistake Roger Schmidt made, so he has to learn from that. And we'll see what 11 come out tomorrow, what 11 come out on Sunday. So, and then I think we're in an international break, so everything will, you know, everything resets at that point.
Yeah.
Mikey, who you play tomorrow? I forgot. Who you play tomorrow?
Atleti.
Yeah.
It's in Madrid or in Lisbon?
It's in Lisbon.
That's a test.
Oh, nice. You guys get a chance at me, but talking about bullies, right? That's another team that bullies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's in their DNA.
That's
yeah.
You gotta be very careful. You gotta be with your A game because that team is a team that if they find your weakness, if they find I got a scratch on my elbow, they're gonna attack your elbow.
Oh yeah. They're like hunt dogs. They're like hunting dogs. They find it and they attack in packs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good contest.
That should be a fun one.
Yep.
You were saying that it was Prince Hector, right? Prince Hector, but I came up with one.
I just call them both the Turkish
of gold, baby. Sultan of gold. I'm so happy that guy came on to the league, ready to perform in back-to-back games, performing in Europe, performing in the Premier Liga. That signing, it's just as good as what's the guy's name? The Viking, as Ragnar, as Ausha, I want to say that he's in that category.
Yeah, and he's a little more productive in terms of on the scoreboard. He's goals and assists. He got goal contributions, and Auschwitz does a lot of the things that you don't necessarily see on the score sheet. But yeah, Ertuğrul comes in, and all of a sudden we have a guy that sets up and that finishes, and he shoots from outside, which is something the team needed badly. So obviously this is as good of a start as anyone could have imagined for anybody coming in, especially in the climate right now that the team is experiencing. I mean, you didn't know this, but the night before Sunday's match, there was an assembly that went almost all night, and you know, Rui Costa's announcing losses of upwards of 21 million. So people are not happy. And
what losses?
Losses.
What are you talking about?
Losses. Yes, losses. $21 million,
man.
I mean, his presidency's on the ropes. Two more people have candidated against him now, have announced their candidacy, and I don't see him surviving no matter what happens this season. But
wow.
Yeah, it's a tough time to be a Benfica player right now, and Ertuğrul comes in, and it's like, you know, it's like this is nothing compared to Turkey, is what it looks like he's saying.
I know. And I was going through his seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 seasons, consistent, so consistent, at least combining 20 plus goals and assists in every single one of the last 3 seasons in Galatasaray. So expect something like that with Benfica, no doubt about it, man.
As long as he doesn't become a locker room problem like he became at Galatasaray. That's why we got him so cheap. So he doesn't like to be subbed out. So we'll see how that plays out over the season. And that's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
I didn't know that one. Good catch.
Maybe if Eric Krakauer's watching, he can tell us because he knows Turkish football well. He may be able to explain that. But that's what I heard, is that he was a little bit of a trouble in the locker room, and that's why Benfica got him at the price they did. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, he's very happy, and of course he's happy. He's playing all the time, and he's getting goals and assists. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. Tomorrow will be a good test. He's going to face some real competition, and if you're going to go stretches without getting anything productive on the offensive end, they're going to have to be patient, going to have to be disciplined, because if you lose the ball in crucial areas, Atleti are going to pounce all over it. And, it's going to be a tough match, but it's going to be a good test to see where the team really is.
Where they stand.
With all due respect, you can't gauge yourself on the Gil Vicente and the Casapias and whoever else we've played in the last couple of weeks. This will be a real test tomorrow.
Exactly. This is gonna be the real deal to see where you really stand right now towards the season. Now, Mr. Mauricio Urbano says Mikey fell all black that he will lose his Celsius card if he makes all the saves tomorrow at the lose. Man.
A lot of Benfica fans disowned him when he left. So I don't know that he still has that card or not.
Yeah.
Mr. Gomez, Gomez, your visit to Estoril with the with Braganza. And you know what? I'm so happy about Braganza. Sure. He's as I call him, he's the Prince of Lisbon. He's such an elegant player on the midfield for Benfica. He's just
sporting.
A great addition, and I'm so happy that he's healthy. Right, because the few seasons before, every single season, he's injured. He's out for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. And now he's healthier, and you're so glad that you are enjoying a fully loaded Danny Braganza for your team, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Today, really nice goal. One-touch strike that saved us. It got us a point in a really tough place to get a point. He's healthy. You saw it last year, though. You saw that, especially in that second half of the season, where he began to start more games, play a lot more, and you saw the tail end last year too, where he was scoring goals. This is, the best version of Bragança that we've seen even before the injury. I think that before the injury, the knock on the guy was that he wasn't physical enough. There was no doubt that he had great feet. He was a tremendously talented player, great passer. But it was the physicality was sort of what's dogging him. But you saw him take that step last year, where he was really holding his own physically. And he's carried it out. He's carried it over into this year. Ruben said one interesting thing. It's like he got hurt. He was out for a year. He came back and he's a better player. And I totally agree. This is his best version. It's tough because in this system there are 2 center mids, and it's Yulman and it's Morita and it's Bragança. So it's odd man out. All 3 of those players could start. So it's a tough pick. That is a tough pick, and I think there are certain games where Pat Morita would probably fit better. I thought that I would have gone with Pat Morita today as well, because I was taking into account the real physicality that I knew PSV was going to bring. I knew they were going to bring a high press. I think Pat would have done a better job with it. It ended up.
You think Amorim misread the game?
Oh, I do think you misread the game. Yeah, completely.
Because
going over there, I think that you could tell that he misread the game because when he made the changes and those subs came in, Sporting became a much better team. So he got it wrong at the beginning. I just looking at it from today, there are just certain guys where it just didn't work out for them today. But luckily the subs did go in and they made a substantial impact. And like I said, this could be a precious point, because I think it's going to be fine margins, to try to fall in between that number 9 and 24. Which gets you into the playoff round, the playoff stage, which I think is right now, Sporting's big objective here is to find a way to get that next phase, and getting these points away from home in this competition is just huge. Huge. Yeah. So
Guys,
we'll see how it plays out.
Mikey, Derek, did you guys watch a little bit the Porto game? No,
I didn't see it. No,
did you see it?
I saw a little bit. When I saw the red card, I knew it was coming. So I I had a great time. I was going to point that out. I was going to point something else. I had a great time watching Guimarães and Casapia. I thought that was a great game to watch. I just I put the game on and I got into it and I was like, wow, this is like a really fun game. 1-1. Either team could have won the game. It was fun to watch.
It's fun to watch, right?
So that's the other game I watched.
Guys, in that Porto game, I was calling the game right now. Obviously now it's a trend now that I got my TikTok live also when I'm calling the game. So I'm talking to people. It's pretty cool, right? So this girl, Maria Luis, she came up with this. I'm predicting that Rodrigo Mora is gonna get an assist. I was like, who the heck is Rodrigo Mora? I was like, you're talking about Paco Mora? No, Rodrigo Mora. Wait a second. This under 17 kid he scored 6 goals in the under 17 Euros for the Seleção. The kid entered the pitch. I think it was 10 minutes. He played 10 minutes or so. Quality.
Wow.
Fearless. Ready to play. 17 years old.
Wow.
He's tiny, right? He's skinny, right? But
a little dude.
He's a baller, man.
Yeah.
You can tell that the kid is a baller.
Is he smaller than Vasco Souza? Is he smaller than Vasco Souza?
Yeah.
That's one of the smallest guys out there.
He's a lightweight, but boy, he can fly with the ball.
Oh,
and most important is his character. You can tell when a kid is nervous and when the kid doesn't fucking care who's he playing against, right? That's the kind of kid. Absolutely fearless. He went on, did his thing, flying with the ball, he got a set piece, and he really put the opponents in trouble because of his dribbling, his speed, and this is a quality that is hard to find in kids, right? He knows when to let the ball go. He knows when to let the ball go. I go to 5, 4, 6. 1, 2. Okay, there's no way out. Boom, pass the ball. Boom, release the ball quick. I was so impressed with that from Porto. Mikey, we mentioned about the best signing for Benfica, and we mentioned ourness. And is it me or he's not having that same input that he was having the last couple of seasons? The ball doesn't run through him as much as it used to, but it's a good thing because you're not relying so much on him. But I'm missing to get more touches. Is it that? Is it good or is it bad though? What do you think?
I think he's figuring out what Bruno Lage wants from him, and I think it's slightly different than what Roger Schmidt wanted from him. And like you said, it's not going through him so much, but it's also a sign that other guys are carrying some of the weight, because for a long time it was too much going through him, and it was very predictable. So right now, Di Maria's in good form, so he's seeing more of the ball. He's seeing more minutes. You've got Artur on the other side, and the ball's circulating better than it has in the past.
Yes.
So I think as a result, he kind of loses a little bit in the rest of the guys around him doing more a little bit. But he's still off the ball. He's doing fantastic, and positionally he's very, very good. And Benfica are starting to win the ball in high areas again, which he's crucial in that press. So even if he's not the guy winning the ball, he's the guy making the right, pressing to the right spot, forcing the early pass that then somebody else is going to win the loose ball from. So, it looks on the surface like he's not getting as much done, but I think he's just got a slightly different role. And I think he's still kind of figuring it out, what exactly he needs to do in this setup. And we'll see if after the international break, the team still looks like this, or if Lige adjusts some things during that break. And if he kind of maybe adds another one to midfield, maybe, I don't know, just switches their positioning a little bit and see if he gets a little bit more out of everybody. But right now it looks like he's sticking with what's working to get to that international break and then reevaluate.
Now going with almost the same situation, but different player and different team. Tonight, we in Sporting, Derek, you really felt the absence of Pochi.
Yes. Yeah. Tonight you did. But and like I said, you felt it in the other two games too, because we gotta compare. If we can compare the games that he was involved in, there was just a different type of from like a fluidity standpoint. He just really was sort of just running the table in those games. The ball was going through him, and he was making the right decisions with the ball. And also, providing firepower on the attack. He just got up to such a great start this season. He was in mid-season form right from basically game one. And he's just been a critical part of this team, this season thus far. And like his absence there it's glaring. I know in the first game with the ABS, Harder did score that goal, but you could Harder was out of sync, with that attack, as the starter. And then in the Estoril game, we started Maxi, and I actually think Maxi is better off as a fullback. I think he's better as a wingback as opposed to a winger. I think you get more out of him. And then, in this game, we all saw, Jenny was having a nightmare of a game. Trincão, who I will say, I've never been a huge fan of Trincão. I think Trincão was in sensational form. I think he's been in great form, especially, when Porto was there, and the way those three were clicking was the reason why Sporting was pumping in so many goals. Today, of course, he wasn't as good. But I think that, just the chemistry of those three was, such a big reason why Sporting got off to such a big start this season. Just not having him there is, you can feel the absence. Like I said, we have one game here where we're playing Casa Pia on Saturday. And then thankfully we have the international break. So the hope is that him and Marcus Edwards work their stuff out during that break, and that they'll be ready to go post-break. That's what they've been talking about at the press conferences. That's what I'm keeping my fingers crossed for, because I don't think we can go much longer like this.
Yeah.
Before we drop points. And the way that the three teams right now are collecting these points, every point is precious. So I do think that the longer this goes without him, the greater the risk of us dropping points and complicating things. So he's got to come back. He's got to come back. Outside of Victor, I don't think there's anybody more important, on that team than Porto, in my opinion. We have a lot of good
people. Absolutely.
Victor's 1A and Porte's 1B, so we need him back, because I can't overstate how important this guy is to our team. We're missing. feeling his absence.
Mauricio's telling the injury list is getting concerning with
You bet.
Edwards, St. Just, and the problem there with St. Just and freaking Diamande, you got your two center backs. Two center backs, man. I mean, what are the odds that your two main center backs are injured? That's such bad luck, and hopefully, because what's his name? The one who's going to play the main. I'm calling main center back because we got three, right? It's going to be Gonzalo Ignacio because I don't see what is.
Yeah, I don't see what he played the middle. Yeah, he's going to play the middle in the big three. In the back three, he's going to play in the central position. They're going to continue with the boss. I think the boss has been doing well for us, but the boss is 20, and the boss makes bonehead mistakes. Today was a great example.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in your box, you don't just aimlessly clear the ball into the middle of the pitch. I know my son's high school coach would have gone crazy.
I was hearing the commentators. You don't pass this. You don't pass to the middle, but you don't do that. That's
you don't pass the middle
on defense, man.
Yeah. So I mean, he still makes like these mistakes of an inexperienced center back. Even though I see a lot of potential, and he was playing really well, heading into this game, so he's going to have to slot in there. I'm not sure of the physical state of Quaresma, as Quaresma looked like in real difficulty today. So there's no guarantees he's going to be ready to go. Now with Mateus Reis now out, and they're saying he's not going to be back until the international break. And I thought he was actually playing well heading into this game too. With him out, you're looking at Ivan Fresneda or Ricardo Gaio to complete that back three. So like I said, every point is precious.
And Fresneda is young too, right? Fresneda is what, 23, 22?
Who?
I think Fresneda, 22? I think he's 22.
What, Quaresma?
Fresneda.
Fresneda. I think Fresneda is 20, or I think last year 19.
Yeah.
He's really young.
Really young.
They brought him over to be a right back, but they've converted him over to the defender in the back three on the right side. So he could see some action now, with these injuries. So I said this a couple episodes back where I love Europe, but I hate Europe too. because of this. And from week one, we talked about depth. We talked about how Benfica has it, and we talked about how Sporting doesn't. So this can certainly play a role. Going forward, seeing where where Sporting ends up here, if they can weather the storm of these injuries without dropping too many points. We'll see how this plays out. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah.
Mauricio says if we ever needed St. Just back, it's now.
He's training again. He's training again, but with the team. So it's condition training, but he should be back, post international break too. But what kind of shape is he going to be in? He hasn't played a game yet.
I know, but he's going to be ready. Mr. Benfica, I'm going to put across on the other side of the circular, right?
Go
to the other side of the circular. Your back line looks so damn solid, man. He looks so damn solid. It's if last season we because I was having also concerns about Alvarito Carreras. On the left back position, but I think he's the main guy now in the left back. Man.
He's the guy.
Back, I don't know, but I see largely, even with both healthy, he's gonna pick Carreras over Bisti.
Yeah, I think so. I think Best is gonna play more in front of Carreras. I think you might see that tomorrow because he brought him on. He brought him on late in the game, and I think it's because he's thinking about doing that tomorrow to maybe try to.
He did that last game, right? He did that,
and
right?
he did it one other time. He did it in Serbia too. he brings him on late to help defend that left side of the pitch. Yeah, Carreras, you know, that preseason is what he needed. I said that last season. He came in at a bad time, and he didn't really get a chance to adapt, and he got thrown in, and he got exposed because he didn't have any help, you know, in front of him. And now he's had a whole preseason with the group. He had to fight for his spot. Originally, he didn't win it. It went to Nicholas Best. Best got hurt, and Carrera said, "You're not getting the spot back." Basically, when he got in there, he decided this was going to be his spot, and he wasn't going to allow.
This is my chance, baby. This is my chance.
And he's probably been Benfica's best player in the last 3 games. I mean, very, very consistent. Doesn't show up on the score sheet, but does so many things well, and has, you know, the movements that he makes, and he gets into space, and he breaks the lines.
Gets quick.
Yeah, and exactly.
Quick.
He didn't have that last season. Right, exactly. His confidence is also up here now. Remember when he came in, he had gone I don't know how long without really playing also. He'd been bounced around from loan to loan. Now it's a permanent move. He's on the team. He's not going back to Manchester United. He's staying. He's got a permanent move, and his future is at Benfica, and I think he's comfortable now. He's settled in. He feels at home, at least the way he's playing. He looks like he feels at home. And yeah, he's really won that spot, and if he keeps playing like this, there's no way that Bruno Lage can take him out.
Now, Mikey, on the other flank with I forgot his name. Jesus Lord, Tommy Araujo. It's Alex Ba. Is he injured? Matt, no.
Araujo's playing at right back. He's been covered.
No, Alex Ba, is he?
Ba got injured. Yeah, Ba got injured in.
Ba got injured.
Huh? Yeah. I think it was in the Champions League. He got injured.
Not his first injury.
No. He's gonna. I've always said he's gonna miss 10 games this season. You can count on it. But he got injured, and Kobari came in, the kid from Man City, on loan, and he didn't do well. And Lage sent on Araujo after that, and it looks like that's what he's going with until Ba is back.
Right there, he's solid. Yeah. He's not spectacular.
No, but he can handle. He can handle the occasion.
Yes. Yeah. He stays up to the expectations. Yeah. Mr. Gomez, what are you expecting about the next game? I think you're gonna round the scoreboard again, right?
Casapia? Yeah. Again, I really hadn't seen Casapia too much. I mean, I saw a little bit. I watched a little bit of the Benfica match with them, where I think they played a good first half at the stadium.
Nothing.
Yeah. Then I watched the game at Ice game, and they really could have come away there with all 3 points. I mean, I couldn't believe the miss that Cassiano had, like, in front of the net. Bruno Varela made the big save, but I mean, a striker has to bury that in the second half. That could have got him all 3 points. So I mean, they're going to go to the Alvalade. I don't see them ending the streak. I do think I think Sporting, because Sporting just came away with the draw here, and Sporting's been prior to that they'd won their 8 official games. They're going to probably want to there's going to be a lot of motivation on Sporting's side. So I really do think that Sporting is going to go in there, especially that first half hour. They're going to apply pressure, put the pressure on, and it's going to be a little bit too much for Casapia. But I mean, I don't think they're going to roll over them. I think it's going to be something like 3-1. That's what I would say. But it's not going to be like last year. You're not going to see another 8-0.
Yeah, no. It's not gonna be like that. No, Mikey, you're going to the island.
Huh? Yeah.
Madeira.
Gonna be a tough one. The Chopin is tough. If the plane can land, they're gonna go to the island. That's always if the fog isn't too thick.
Yeah.
You know what? I've seen so many pictures and videos about Madeira. It looks like Hawaii.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of like is there any? There's no volcanoes in there, right? Are they?
Yeah, it's volcanic.
Yeah. It's volcanic too.
Yeah, it's volcanic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that because it's the shape of the it's not similar like Hawaii.
Yeah,
Mikey, expectations on that game.
Got to get a win. I mean, got to keep pace. Got to keep pace with Sporting because Sporting win 3-0 every week. That's right now consistent. It's consistent. I told the guys at Long Ball Football Podcast because they run a pick'em league and I'm in it, and I told them I'm just taking Sporting 3-0 the rest of the way until they, because it's like clockwork every single time. There's a consistency there. So Benfica have to keep pace and they have to get a win somehow. They've had a hard time there in the past, but then they've had other times where it hasn't been as difficult. So we'll see. I mean, I think tomorrow will have a lot to do with what type of mindset they go into the game at Nacional with. They're gonna have to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net and keep getting it. Now, one thing I like, since Bruno Lage has come back, I think we're at 4 set-piece goals. I don't think we had 4 set-piece goals all of the Roger Schmidt 2 seasons. So there was a thing in the past where they said that Nelson Verissimo was the set-piece wizard for Bruno Lage, but Nelson Verissimo is not there, and the set-piece goals are back. I'm thinking Bruno Lage is the actual set-piece coach, and he gave Verissimo that credit when he was his assistant. But they're getting goal, and those are important. When the ball is not going in or you're not creating enough opportunities, the other team is bunkered in. Set pieces are so crucial, and I think it'll come down to set pieces in Madeira on Sunday. So they're gonna have to get one off a set piece, maybe to open them up. It's kind of what happened to Gil Vicente too. That third goal came off a set piece last week, and then the game opened up after that. But you got Kokshu and you got Di Maria delivering good balls. So right now things are going well in that realm. So hopefully they can keep that going. But we want to have a race this season. So I want to see all 3 teams racing to the end, keep everybody engaged. But if Benfica doesn't keep pace, Sporting and Porto too, because they're getting their results are gonna get too far away. So they have to keep getting results. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be too pretty, but 3 points is a must here on Sunday.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. Now the Portistas, they're not here. They're not here. I'm so mad that they're not here. But I'm sorry. They got a lot going on, but we'll miss you guys. We'll miss you guys. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, in your team, Portistas. I'm talking to the Portistas, of course. They're gonna face Braga on Sunday.
Yeah,
they're gonna face Braga on Sunday.
That's the big
now,
one.
if Mike is saying that this is the real test of the season, are you going tomorrow against Atletico?
First one
for Porto is. I know they got to play Manchester United first on Thursday, Porto. But I'm talking about in the league.
Wait,
you're gonna face. It's gonna be a real challenge when they go against Braga. But the thing is, with Braga, they are now. Mikey, I mean, Derek,
they're the new
Dr.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, yeah.
They're the new Frankenstein, man.
Yeah.
Of the LIGA. Because I've seen games with freaking the Hortas disappearing from the face of the earth on the games.
Yeah.
Both of them, Andresito and Richie Horta, are not on the game. You got to rely on the 17-year-old Roy Fernandez to carry the offense for you. Give me a freaking break, Carlitos Carvajal. That's why you came back. That's why they took over. You took over the job of finding the guy. I'm gonna go slow there, man. But I did not see really any improvement. Honestly, I don't know if they will be better with Danny Sosa now. I don't know. But why did they fire the guy? I think it was
that's not right. Yeah.
It wasn't right, man. It wasn't right. And when things don't start right, it won't end right. I've seen that many times happening with when you do these coaching changes. The best example that I can come up with is the one with Sampaoli with Argentina for the World Cup in 2018. The whole thing, he quit. They paid the release clause. They took him out of the team and forced him into the Argentinas. And then the guy was a freaking disaster. Disaster with Argentina in that World Cup of 2018. I don't know. I mean, if the best Braga comes up, it's going to be a problem for Porto. I think that overall, players wise, I think if at their best, Braga is better than their best of Porto. That I'm gonna put it like
That's a bold statement.
Pretty bold, yeah.
That is a bold statement, man.
But I'm telling you. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday. I don't have that game, and it's hard to say this, but I'm glad I don't have it because it's gonna be a delay game. It's gonna be a delay broadcast on Sunday.
The delay broadcast.
Freaking loaded with games.
Yeah, that's gonna.
And because I have the Uruguayan Clásico, Peñarol versus Nacional, that's gonna be live at 2:30.
Yeah.
On Sunday. So that's why this one is delayed because the owners are Uruguayan. So maybe Uruguay is gonna go first. The oldest Clásico outside of the UK.
Yeah.
The oldest Clásico in the planet, man.
Wow.
In the entire planet. All right.
Yeah.
550. It's 550 matches between the two men.
I'm not surprised.
500, bro.
No.
Not surprised. Uruguay won the first World Cup. So
yes.
And
yes.
They've been doing the football thing for a long
They've
time.
had it a longer. Yeah, they were one of the first places to catch on to the game.
Yeah.
So
I think they won like the 1928 and the 1924 gold medals too.
yes, they count.
so
That's the
they
4
were-
stars.
yeah.
That's why they have
Our
4
Olympics.
stars.
Yeah,
That's why they have 4
the
stars.
first 2 are
Yeah.
from the Olympics,
Yeah.
which were they were the World Cup.
They won the World Cup in 1930.
Yep,
And then they won it again in 1950.
Yeah, the shock in Brazil. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
in 2010, they were this close.
They were really close.
This close to win it all, man, in South Africa.
They were close.
I was rooting so bad for that team, man. With Forlan, Suarez, and Cavani. That team was really, really, really fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
And you know what this guy said? What's his name? Abreu. He said this, right? And I believe on this, right? Because he said this because Suarez got sent off on that freaking when he put the hand on him.
I think the Ghana game.
Yeah,
In the Ghana game, right?
Yeah.
So the next game they played the
saves
Netherlands. They played the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
And they lost 3-2. But Abreu said if we would have had Suarez on that game, we would have won it. And in the finals, we would have taken over Spain with Suarez.
But if
on the
Suarez hadn't done that, they would have lost and not been there.
They would have lost to Ghana. Yeah.
So he had to do it.
In my humble opinion, no one was beating Spain that year. They were magical. They were really magical.
Especially after they lost the opener to Switzerland. After that, there was nothing stopping them.
Yeah. They were magical. They were magical. Yeah.
The golden years of Spain, man. That team was just unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable quality on every single line. Talking about quality, guys. Since we were mentioning this at the Islanders and Madeira and la. Santa Clara. Santa Clara, baby. Santa Clara is right up there. Number 4, baby. Number 4, right up there. With BENFICA, with BRAGA, with everyone else. What a return. What a return from the Islanders.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that the weather is nice.
They're Islanders for now. They're Islanders for now. They're threatening to take their home to the mainland. So
that too,
they're in a dispute with their regional government. So they might be, like someone said, they might be Santa Clara of Algarve. So
yeah.
Well,
it's the weird things that happen in Portugal.
I mean, the points that these smaller teams get at the beginning of the year pay huge dividends at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This start might be the reason why they say it.
Right.
Hopefully, one time the pitch froze at the Southern Hill Stadium. Man.
Yeah.
It froze. It was like, what the heck is this?
They can have all 4 seasons in the same day there. So
yes, you can.
This is ridiculous. And how long is the flight? How long is the flight? It's got to be like about 4 hours of the flight, isn't it?
It's about 4.5
from here. Yeah, it's about 4 hours.
Because you're in the middle of freaking nowhere, man.
Yeah, but it's
Oh
only,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
only
You're in the
like
middle of the ocean, man. Yeah.
what's it? I think it's like an hour and a half from Lisbon, though. It's a
Yeah,
short
it's a-
flight from
Yeah.
Lisbon.
Is it from Lisbon? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's short.
Yeah.
short flight.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was longer.
No,
I
you're
thought it
out.
was-
You're out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
out there. They're out there. All right, guys. Mr. BENFICA, come up with the games. We're gonna go with the predictions. We're
Prediction.
gonna go with the predictions. Oh, wait a second. Mauricio said something. I forgot about Mauricio. Porto got stealing
I agree.
more from family.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
He's right.
Oh,
He's
yes.
absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Oof. On point.
They had
The
a
best signing of
fantastic
Porto
transfer
this
window.
Family Come does it again. Yeah.
Porto had a great transfer window for all the financial
A
troubles
very
that supposedly
it's
happened.
very, sort of like under the radar transfer.
Yeah.
But but it's been
And they
very
didn't really lose anybody, so.
yeah. With the exception, of
Chico.
Jose Salas.
But I mean, yeah.
yeah.
I'm so mad at Chico because I got it for my fantasy team and then he left.
Then he left.
Yeah.
And then I got it in
and
the
he
Serie
scored.
A.
He scored at the weekend for Juventus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
And
good
then in
things
the
about
Serie
it.
A, I got Osimhen and he left. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
much fun.
Friday.
All right, Mikey, fire
Friday.
away, man.
Yeah, we got Rio Ave hosting Famalicão. What's this? The 15th Minho Derby of the season. So yeah, Rio Ave and Famalicão Friday.
Oh, I'll take Fama 2-1.
It's although it's in Vila do Conde, so 1-1.
1-1.
Each team's gonna score with the wind at their back.
Yeah.
Before I start my prediction, because we didn't have a show last week, but I was on point. I picked Sporting to beat Ave 3-0. I picked Benfica to win 3-0.
Yep.
And they did. I also picked, remember what I did? I did pick Ferenc to lose at home 1-0, and they would fire Zamota.
And it happened. You're right.
And it happened, man. Derek Damos, I'm telling you.
Wow, man. Derek Damos right there, baby.
Yeah.
You know what we should do, man? We should post our picks, man, on the on X, man. We should do that.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. But I'm gonna go with Mike on this one. I think it's gonna be 1-1.
Next week. We'll start next week.
We'll start next week. Yeah. I'm gonna go 1-1 on this one as well.
1-1. All right. What's next week?
Okay, then we go Saturday. Gil Vicente hosting Estrela.
Gil Vicente.
I got Gil winning 3-1.
No mercy.
I'm going 2-1 for Gil Vicente.
All right. I'll get Atomic Films. We got some Peruvian guys here, right? Alianza Lima. No.
Nope.
They know you.
Nope.
No.
All right. Moreirense Santa Clara.
Oh, wow.
In Moreira de Cónegos.
Yeah, in Moreira de Cónegos.
The longest.
They.
Jesus Castillo, Gil Vicente. Yes. Just one pause real quick, guys. I'm so glad that Jesus Castillo is getting the starts every weekend now, man. I'm so happy about my Peruvian boy. El Chucho Castillo. Vamos, Chucho. Vamos, Castillo. Vamos, Peru. All right. Let's go.
I think this is going to be a draw. Santa Clara seems to get the draws on the road. Win at home seems to be their formula. 1-1.
I think don't know. I think Moreirense is going to win 1-0. I think that they're tough at home, but they just don't travel well. And Atomica Films, Andre Carrillo was from Sporting before he went to Benfica.
That's what
How damn you, Atomica Films!
Here we go. He's putting the next one.
Carrillo's the only.
All right, there you go.
Carrillo's the only Benfica player to win the title and then take the microphone in the square and dedicate it to Sporting's president. So
I can't believe he did that. Yeah.
Because he left, he signed in January, so the rest of the season Sporting benched him, and rightfully so. I mean, he'd already signed with Benfica, so he got mad about that in the next season.
Yeah.
Boom. Booyah.
Yeah, we had to burn him. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
don't.
take Santa Clara. I take Santa Clara on that one.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
2-1. Yeah. Go with Islanders. I love the Islanders. I'm so happy that what's his name? Gabby Silva is getting a second chance in the Premier League. I love that wing.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah.
From Santa Clara, man. I love him.
I like him. Yeah.
All right. Aroca AVS.
Jesus.
Is this the week Memo Ochoa gives up a goal?
I know, right?
Other than against Sporting?
Oh, man. Aruca, who is again?
Against AVS.
AVS. I feel sorry for Memo, man, but I think Aruca. All right, if the coach puts the right players on the pitch for Aruca, I think they got a chance. But if they go again with this random,
It was random. They had Jason on the bench. I'm like, what's wrong?
I know.
What are you doing?
No sense.
They've done that in the past. They rotate against the big teams sometimes, and they save the guys for the other game. They've done that in the past.
Yeah, where the logic of them losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll go 0-0. 0-0. Memo is going to get another clean sheet.
Another clean sheet. I'm thinking of Roca at home. Yeah, I just think 1-0.
All right.
I think we've lost Nino again.
We're back.
There he is.
We're
He's
back.
back.
All right.
All right. Sporting and Casa Pia at Alvalade.
Yeah.
I already said it. 3-0 for Sporting.
I'm going 3-1. I'm really curious. I'm really interested in watching Victor to see if he can, see what his response is going to be after these last two games where he really hasn't shined. So I think that I think that he's gonna sense that, he's gonna feel that. So I really do think that there's gonna be something extra. He's gonna put something extra in, to sort of just break that trend. But I'm gonna be really interested in seeing that and just watching that.
Any chance Ruben goes to a back four with all the injuries at the back?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
All right. No,
I've been thought. Since day one, since
he's never. Right. I know he's never.
2020,
but he's really never.
He's really never deviated from that. You know, there was this talk. Oh, look! It looks like they're playing with a back four, but they're really not. So. Yeah.
I think Victor is gonna come up super strong, and they're gonna put 4-1, and Victor's gonna score at least two.
Yeah.
At least 2.
I hope so. Yeah. This is because you don't want to go 3 games in a row and then you have the international break. Not
that's gonna sting.
Not scoring and really not shining. So I really do think there's going to be something extra. He's going to have something extra in the tank. Yeah.
He's going to go all in.
All right.
4-1.
All right. Let's go to Sunday. Farense hosting Estoril.
Farense, oh my God.
I think it's time Farense gets a win, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's give one for Farense. Let's give 1-0 for Farense.
I'll say 2-1.
Oh yeah, I'll go 2-1 Farense.
Yeah, 2-1 Farense on this one.
Yeah, something's got to give.
And the Porto guys aren't here, but they always pick against Estoril, so.
They would have agreed. They would have agreed, yeah.
Vitória Guimarães, Boa Vista.
Oh, I'm sorry, Boa Vista. You're done.
Guimarães.
They
3-1.
Yeah,
3-1 to Guimarães in this one.
3-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0. Yeah, they're coming off 2 bad results.
Yeah,
so I think
they got Conference League next week.
Yeah,
so.
they got to start turning
or after the whenever it comes.
Yeah, I looked at this stat. I think that in the 7 games, I think they've scored 7 goals.
Who?
So Guimarães.
Yeah.
So this
I stand corrected. They got Conference League tomorrow, so they're coming in
tomorrow.
They're coming in off a European game, so I still think they beat Boa Vista though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Boavista and I think Boavista and Ferenc for me are the teams that are dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like last year, like you knew pretty early on that Shavj and Vizela were dead.
Yeah. They lost. They lost the group
these,
pretty quickly.
Yeah, these two guys are the scariest teams, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Boy, this is just sad now, man.
That's what it is. They don't want to improve the situation either. They could have filled the stadium against Benfica. They chose to keep it half open, half empty. They don't open sections, so they don't really seem to want to get out of this situation. They like to be the victims, so I stopped having sympathy for Boavista at this point.
It's their fault. Yep. It's their fault. All right. Their fault.
Nacional Benfica. I already said I think it's 2-1.
2-1
to Benfica.
I'll say 3. I'll say 3. 3-1.
I'm gonna say 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah. And then the big one, Porto Braga.
No win there. 2-2. Lots of goals. 2-2.
I believe I let myself believe when they went to Guimarães. This time I'm not falling for it. Porto win 3-1.
3-1.
They went to Guimarães and won 3-0, so I'm not picking against them again.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the shocker. I'm gonna go Braga 2-1.
Oh. Hope you're right.
I know. I hope I'm right. Yeah,
it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. If
they came up with their A game.
Yes,
totally.
If they come with their A game, absolutely.
I think they're both coming off Europe this week, right? I guess the Europa League is playing this week, so that'll add that into it.
Braga's coming off. They're coming off a 4-0 victory with Rio. I think this could be the surprise. And again, if Braga can keep 11 guys on the pitch,
I guess that's number one in the plan. That's bullet point 1.
Yeah. Because I've seen. Again, Porto's a formidable opponent. I'm not saying they're not. They're an adversary, but I've seen enough of them to question. To see that these guys can be. They can drop points. They can be defeated.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. What's that? You got them on the game now.
No, that's it. Then we're on the international break. So
international break, yeah.
All right.
So no Monday game.
Says, hope you're right too, Derek.
I hope I am, man.
We all agree.
We all agree. Yeah.
That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Mike D'Agostino, Andre Gomez, Gino Torres. Tuga Tuesday says goodbye and see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you later, boys.
See you guys. See you later.